all about sales and sales process and getting out there and talking with people. But so just give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure this is gonna go here.
No problem.
Talking sales today. GHL Power
Yeah, the
Tools.
reason I normally don't make your call myself is I've got a weekly call with the insurance agents to go over workflows and things like that. So
Yep.
no sales training, but it's all like all the workflows and kind of how to make their life easier.
Yeah, so we tend to do a little bit more in person. We got Ray coming in right now too, and they're using one of our tools too. Do you guys have our Power Tools bundle, or are you guys on
Yeah,
just
we've
for
got
the
the yeah, we've
rewards and
got it
promotions?
all. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we
okay.
have used the video review once. I sent it to one of my insurance agents. We need to
Okay,
do that
yeah.
more often, but yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I think we're good to go there. Yeah, so I think that's a really good question. Talking about sales and getting out there and getting in front of people. One of the things that I know that has been working really well is um definitely not going out and just saying, "Hey, we've got a loyalty program." When you go talk to restaurants, we found in the past is if you go in and say, "Hey, we've got this really good loyalty program we want to talk to you about." Most restaurants are going to be like, "Hey, our POS already has a loyalty
Exactly.
program. We
Mhm.
don't need one." You
Yeah.
know, um, whether they're using it or not, it doesn't matter. It's just kind of an objection that they have, and you can say, "Are you guys using it?" And they'll say no, and then they're like, "Oh, we still want one." But what they don't have is they're not doing any promotions. They're not doing any promotions. They're not building a VIP list of customers. They're not getting out in front of customers to be able to get them in when they want more sales, get messages out when they want to pick up those slow days. So that's where we found a really good in. And then also leading with reviews because they're not really doing a whole lot of stuff reviews now. In the last oh let's say 6 months here, we've really been building out the review system more than what it was. And Ray, who is on here right now too, is just they have a whole side of their agency that's all focusing on restaurants, and what they're doing is leading with reviews as well. So we built out this really cool review system for restaurants that has these NFC tap cards. I don't have one in front of I did have one in front of me. Where did it go? It's an NFC tap card that basically allows restaurants and retail locations to turn anonymous customers into their VIP customers. And the way that we do that is we have the NFC tap card, which is just basically the credit card
Yeah, I've seen some of
size.
the Google ones at different
Yeah, those
places.
Google tap card type things. But we're asking the restaurants to be more proactive about it. And we're even setting up a system so that each staff member could have their own review card, and then you can run contests and stuff like that to see, which staff members are asking for more reviews, and then reward them for getting those reviews after they finish up with a customer, right? And saying, hey, if you really liked your meal today, if you thought it was a 5-star service, would you mind giving us a review? And then them having a tap card that they can use to tap on someone's phone or have a QR code. What that does is then our system that we built now, I'm going to share my screen.
Is it built
Uh,
or is it building?
it's being built. It's mostly built.
I'm really excited about it. Yeah, so is
Yeah,
Mark.
we don't have the full staff reporting part finished yet, but um we've been working on
That's
this.
icing on the cake. That's icing on the cake, brother.
Yeah, so we have um let's just go over here. I'm just gonna give Maurice a little tour of how this. So in reviews, under our review locations, we've added this thing here, 5-star reviews.
Okay.
And what you can do is you can program this to an NFC card. It'll take you over to a page like this. And what that's going to do is when somebody goes to leave a review, they have to log into Google. This is going to take them through a process where they're going to sign in, but they're going to sign into our 5stars.review. And when they sign into that 5 stars review, it's going to collect their email address and their name, and it's going to put it into high level. Then it's going to take them to another thing if you want and ask them for their phone number and ask them if they want to join the VIP program. And then if you also want, you can have them come over to this AI review generator, and this will generate a suggested review that they can use in Google. So they can copy this and it'll take them over to Google and it'll allow them to leave a review. That whole process is gives the restaurants a ton more reviews, or even retail locations too, because they're turning customers now that just came in for a meal who enjoyed it, right? It turns them now into an actual contact in their database. We don't have to go through a process where we're asking them for information, or they don't have to, they just have to go log in to go leave a review. So when they click to do that, and we found that when you go actually go and ask somebody for that review, your reviews are getting bumped up huge. So one of the things that Ray and I have been working on here, because they have a whole sales tied to their thing, agency going out and talking to different businesses about getting more reviews, is we built this QR code NFC card generator. So you can generate a ton of different cards with all unique links, send the information to China, get those cards printed, the Google Tap cards like you're talking about. And then even if you're out doing sales, you can offer the businesses you go to. We just added this, which is a whole way to initialize the cards and program the cards when you're out on the street talking to someone. So if you have cards in your pocket and you're like, I want to stop in at this business, you can go talk to them and say, hey, I want to give you guys a free Google review card. You know, talk to them about your agency, help them get more reviews, tell them how to use it, kind of thing, and then give them a 30-day trial. And what you can do with that is sign the business up. Just all you have to do is scan the card. You have to scan the QR code that's on the card. It'll take
Mhm.
you to a page like this, put the business information in, and then it'll program the QR code, the NFC card to that business. So then they can use that card for the next 30 days to get business. You can add them to workflows. It can do all the follow-up. You can do all messaging with them. And then you go back and you can say, hey, we can take you to the next step now, right? That's where you can talk to them about AI. That's where you can talk to them about the automatic replies to reviews, all that kind of stuff, following up with customers. And then it's a perfect lead in then to the promotion system too. Now that we're building that list, we're getting the reviews from those customers. Now we can reach out to those customers now, because now we have this promotion system that we can hook you up with as well. And then now you're building your list, you've got your promotions, you've got your VIP. And even if you're not a Facebook ads agency where you're running ads for customers to help them get more people on their list, you have a way that they're generating those VIP customers already.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're going with everything. And that's kind
Okay.
of some of the changes we've been working on in the last few months.
Now, also on the promotion side, do you guys have like a standard? I mean, should they do something, once every other week, once a month? I mean, they don't want to pester people, but what do you find is the kind of
Oh,
the
I think
sweet spot?
ideally once a week, if you can send a message out once a week at the even at the start of the week, or when you want to hit people up to start coming in, um, you should totally do that. And I think the I would say at least once every 2 weeks, 2 weeks. We're trying to just remind people that they're hungry and to come in and get food, or go to an event or whatever it is, because it works great for like events, locations and stuff like that as well. So it depends on how often you want to notify people of that. But for restaurants, I have seen no reason why it wouldn't be, you wouldn't send out a message once a week. I know most of the, like, on my phone I get a ton of text messages and promo stuff that I've signed up for that have coupons and everything in it. One example is for, in Canada here we have Shoppers Drug Mart, which is kind of like, if you're in the States, it's kind of like CVS. They send out a message once a week with promos and coupons, and sign into your account, get this, and you know that's the standard for them. So I don't see why it wouldn't be the same thing for why you wouldn't do that with restaurants. You know, that's what we do. That's what I try to push people to do. If they're doing it on their own, I like to send them messages to remind them that to send out that message once a week. But I could see people being like, oh, I don't want to pester people, but text messaging is becoming the new email.
Okay.
It
You know
depends
what
on
I mean?
the business, right? So for a restaurant,
Yeah,
easily, every restaurant that I've ever talked to, they want to fill up their slow days. Friday,
absolutely.
Sunday, they're good, right? They're good. They don't need
Yeah.
to get people in there, most of them anyway, right? But they want to fill in their slow days and you
Monday,
know,
Tuesday, Wednesdays of the week.
they'll do like a all you can eat shrimp on Wednesday, right? Or some
Yeah.
kind of special on Wednesday. And combine that, when you combine it with high level, you do a posting and you send out a message to the VIP customers who opt in and they want to know about the specials, right? Because sometimes there's a coupon that's redeemable. And Jason's system is brilliant with that. You can do coupon or just a generic, hey, come on in and come on in and order the all you can eat shrimp dinner, or whatever. I have, a client he does it for 4 months out of the year. He does all you can eat shrimp. He has like 7 different kinds of shrimp. And that's
Yeah.
his busiest night. His slowest night was his busiest night. And he was all worried because he was, giving away a lot. But he makes so much on the alcohol, he doesn't
That's
care
just
about it.
it.
He
Yeah.
figured that out quick. He's like, dude, they come
And
in.
that's where wing nights come in and all you can eat shrimp nights and Nathan who we had really did Nathan who owns a couple restaurants and who we did a call with a couple months back. He has a pasta place and they do once a week they do Wednesdays. It's like all you can eat pasta Wednesdays. And he's
Mhm.
like pasta doesn't cost us very much. You know what I mean? But people come in, it's like all you can eat for $10 or something like that. And then and they do it for lunch. And they pack the place. The place gets packed, because people are coming in for the all you can eat pasta. But he said like it's one of the best things that they've ever done in their thing. And there's a good podcast that we did, an episode inside of the back end of our system. I'll actually share that here
Yeah.
too
When you get
to
into
show
a
you.
regular cadence on it, they
People know about it, right? And they want to come in.
they want to come in. They want to get that SMS, that reminder. It's like, oh, I totally forgot about it. It's Wednesday. What kind of special are they doing now? Or,
Yeah.
it's all you can eat pasta Wednesday. Let's go. Let's take the kids. Let's go.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? There's so many times with even emails. Um, Even with emails, getting an email, from, I don't know, we're like, what are we doing for supper tonight? And you look in your phone and all of a sudden you see an email from like Domino's Pizza and you're like, that looks good or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And and the thing is,
Says no one.
the big chains all do it. Burger King, Domino's, Pizza Hut, like all the chains, they all do it. It's the small businesses locally who are scared to do the email marketing or the SMS marketing to advertise to customers. It's um it's just the way it is. People don't want to, again, like you said, people that you don't want to pester people, but
That's
the
great.
people
That's
are on
great.
your list because they signed up to be on your list, right? They signed up because I want to know when I can come here. You guys have great food. I want to know when I can come get a deal, or what the special is for the day. You
Yeah.
know, um,
That's a great point because I've talked to a lot of people that they're like, no, I hate getting texts, man. I just hit stop and blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but everybody's doing it. And if the big chains and everything else, they put a lot of time,
millions of dollars into
millions
the
of dollars,
research on
not,
it.
not just that, but just the psychology of it.
Yeah.
So if you want to go back and follow their cadence, right? How often does Domino's text you when you sign up for their program?
Oh,
How often does this company?
let me check
So
my
you
email
follow what
here.
they're doing, it's just like um
I
the
bet
whole
you,
team.
I guarantee you, Domino sends out an email every day.
Yeah,
Okay.
every other day.
28th, 29th, 24th, 19th, 22nd, 9th. Like it's kind of, if I just look up Domino's, it's kind of all over the place, but it's a couple times a week for sure. over the weekend it
And
was
you
like
and with
28,
your system,
29.
you could just send them a reminder, hey, come check the VIP. We have some exciting new events coming up, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
you can publicize more than one thing on there. You can have them, see, oh, don't forget about Wednesdays. It's salsa night and this one and blah, blah, blah. And they go down a whole line and they can
Absolutely.
actually, sign up and get reminders for that and be like, oh, I'm going.
Yeah, if you sign up, if somebody signs up for reminders or like to be VIP for a business, they want to know about that business. They want information from that business. So, yeah, I know like Shoppers Drug Mart sends out once a week. I've got this other one, Rust Belt, and they actually just they do concerts and stuff. I've been following them for a long time because I kind of
Oh, cool.
modeled what these guys use, have used, and they send out once a week. Once a week, at the start of the week, they send out links for all the concerts and stuff that they have going at their venues, for the week. And yeah, I think it's if you the rule of thumb, and it's always been like this for email too, is you send out as many emails as you can until people start unsubscribing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I think
Then, do you run into the issue very often of people saying that they want it integrated with their POS? Because a
yeah,
couple times
and
we've run into that.
it's so hard to get all the systems integrated with their point of sales because a lot of times they're using like Toast and Clover and all those different things, and they have like lockdown POSs. The best thing that we found with those ones is when we create a promotion inside the promotion system, have them duplicate that promotion as a coupon in their own POS. So they're going to send out something that says, because we'll do a lot of done for you stuff, done with them kind of thing, where we have a chat with them once a month, chat with them about what promotions they want to have over the next
Hmm.
4 weeks. And then we say, okay, we're going to do this, 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 this. And then they go create those coupon buttons in their POS as well, which takes them like 2 minutes to do.
Okay.
So they just go create coupon for this item and discount or whatever it is. And then when we send out that promo and somebody comes in and shows the coupon for that, then their staff can just hit the promo button in their back end. I know I've talked to a few other restaurants who are more strict and they have like one person on their team, like their manager of the
Hmm.
whatever who's working that shift, can is the only one who can put the coupons in so that staff aren't giving their friends discounts for extra stuff. But the way that we have it set up is that it's POS independent. So for doing promotions and the loyalty points and stuff like that, they don't need to have the POS. But if they want a better way to track it in their system, then they create those just little coupon buttons so they
Okay.
can hit that when they're checking a customer out.
All right.
Yeah, so about getting out there. I know there's a number of people who use our system who have like their YouTube shows and things like that, and they're using our restaurant promotion system to sell to restaurants that way too. That works. That's a great way to like build up that community of customers. And then we have people who are just going out pounding the pavement as well, that's another way to do it. So either advertising, or
Hmm.
going out door to door. One of the things that's it's always worked for us, and I know we've got um oh sorry, their name slipped my mind right now, but they took an approach similar to us there in California. And what they do is every time they go out to eat, they have a chat with the restaurant, and they talk to them about what they can do. And that's worked well for them. They signed up quite a few customers just going out and having those conversations and driving around and chatting with people. So that's another option too. It just depends on how fast you want to go and how fast you want to get things
Yeah. Well,
done.
we've updated like the PowerPoint presentation, so we're going to just present
Hmm.
that on a tablet and then kind of talk through stuff. Is that kind of how you normally do it?
Yeah, and like I said, leading, it's always a little bit easier to lead with something that they understand first because it's and understand is, they need more reviews. So there's a lot of restaurants out there. If they're not getting reviews, they're probably not reaching out to their customers and getting promotions, doing promotions and stuff like that as well. So it's kind of like a double thing. But I find as soon as you start talking to them about promotions, and we have a great way to reach out to customers, you can build your VIP list. You can reach out to customers at any time you want, more business. We're trying to fill in those slow days. And the
Mhm.
best way to do that is just get in front of your customers and show them pictures of food, because we all know if you show customers pictures of food, with that little discount or whatever it is, people are going to come in. I was talking to a guy. Um, it was probably back in August now. And he didn't sign up for our system, but his brother owns a shawarma shop, so he was kind of researching stuff to do things with his brother, and they weren't doing any advertising. Like they have high level, they have all the things,
Mhm.
and um he's like he wanted to test something, so he put out an offer to this list. Like they've already built a list. They've got like 5,000 people or something like that in their list from people who've come to the shop. And I'm like, if nothing else, even if you don't buy our thing, like send out messages. He's like, oh yeah, well we sent out a message once and we had like 500 people come in. And I'm like,
Jeez.
why wouldn't you be doing that all the time?
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
if you've
Yeah.
got that list, it just sending the message gets people to come in, and like Ray is saying here, I know our customers, it's great when you find a restaurant who understands the break even. Like, hey, if we get people to come in for 2-for-1 wings on this day, or that's the offer that we're going to give them with a coupon to come in, um, but we're selling them alcohol. They make so much on alcohol. Like we've got a few friends and few clients who have breweries here, and it costs them like 7 cents a pint or something like that to make a pint of beer, and then they sell it for $8. So
Yeah.
like that's where their margin is.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, because I have seen like on Facebook, there's companies that are saying, increase your revenue by, $2,000 this week with text marketing. So
Yeah,
I know people are getting exposed to the fact that, it's out there.
yeah. But it's like one of those, here the problem I find is that unless you have a restaurant that's actively going out and looking for that, they might see that, they still don't know who to go with,
Hmm.
right? They don't know, they might see that ad and they find it interesting and whatever. It's going to take them a little while to warm up to that. But I find as soon as you can start having face-to-face conversations with these business owners, with the restaurant owners or managers, that level of trust increases like so fast compared to, you know, oh, I saw this ad and then I saw that ad, and then, whether they click on it or not, or if they go through the whole marketing process. Um, it's when you start reaching out to the businesses, it works really well because nobody's actually reaching out. Everybody wants to do the passive marketing, right? Oh, we should put up a landing page, we should create some videos and do that. But I know like once you start reaching out and having like just talking with people,
Yeah.
it's something that doesn't happen often as much anymore. We're waiting for the businesses to see our stuff and then come to
Hmm.
us, which I mean is great. And that's awesome when it happens and setting up that marketing stuff. But it's also great just to reach out and actually have conversations with those businesses too.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
know some of the one stuff that has worked really well for us is when we see businesses running ads for or promoting their restaurant. Again, this stuff works for restaurants, retails, bakeries, breweries, like again, even retail is really good. Stores, because they're not reaching out to anyone as well. But it's like 70% of businesses in a shopping mall all now have all those chains, they all do text message marketing.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just helping them be a little bit more proactive.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. Because I met with a winery about 3 weeks ago,
I love
and
wineries.
they're kind of winding down on their events
Yeah.
for the holidays and everything, and they said we'll pick it back up in the spring. But so they sell a lot, wholesale, and then they during spring, summer, they open up and have a lot of events. So
Can they do online ordering? Like whereabouts are you?
I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Oh yeah, so you're just a few hours south of
Yeah,
us. Um, yeah, the same thing around here, right? Because we're up in Kelowna, up in the Okanagan.
yeah. I
So
used to go up there for hockey. Yep, been
yeah,
there.
I mean we're
Yeah,
all about hockey here.
yeah,
Oh, funny thing. The other day, I think it was like Friday, my son messaged me and was like, or we were talking upstairs. He's like, Dad, can you print a hawk? Oh, we got 3D printers, and he's like, Dad, can you print a stick holder for my mini sticks? They have these things at the store, at the
yeah,
hockey store called Mystery Minis, and they're
yeah,
like they're packaged up sticks that are in a black envelope kind of thing, and you don't know what kind of stick you're gonna get. But every
yeah.
year they have like 10 new sticks of the latest designs, right? And so all the kids want them. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I designed this little Mystery Mini stick holder, and then I'm like, I'm gonna see if anybody else wants these things. I posted it like a day and a half ago. I think I've got like 60, like 50 orders
Oh, good.
for mystery mini stick holders.
Yeah, yeah,
And I positioned just about marketing. I was thinking about this too, is I didn't position it as just a hockey stick holder. I positioned them as the mystery mini stick holders
yeah,
because all the kids want the mystery mini sticks. All the kids have, like if they're into hockey, they've got Hendrix has at least five mini
yeah,
sticks floating around the house, right? And they're just everywhere. And there's kids who have more. There's kids, and we've Hendrix is the only one in our family who's really interested in it. Amelia's older; she doesn't really care, but she plays hockey. And but we've got families who have kids that are like between 7 and 12, and
like
I've
20 of
had
them
people
around the house.
order four. I want four of the mini stick holders,
Yeah,
because they've got so many just floating around. And again, I've seen the hockey stick holders online, but nobody positioned it as just a mystery mini stick holder.
yeah.
Now I've got my printers going full time here, printing mini stick holders um, for the teams and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, wineries. There's so many wineries here. I think there's like 300 in the valley. It's crazy. But they're a great opportunity too. I think people aren't marketing to them enough. And I was going to ask you about the winery you met with. Can they do online ordering too?
Yeah, they do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were looking at doing an AI sommelier to be able to answer
Oh yeah.
questions and do all that. So yeah, so they really like that. But so yeah, we're trying to get in there.
Yeah, I think I think it's a great niche, and I don't think um it'll be that difficult because they're not promoting. We started a brand called OK Local here in the Okanagan, and the exact reason was because wineries and businesses, like local businesses, they don't promote themselves. And when we first moved here, we didn't know what was going on, and people would be like, "Oh, this event's happening," and we're like, "Well, how do we even find out about that?" And they're like, "Well, we posted in the Facebook group," and you're like, "What Facebook group are you talking about?"
Right.
So that's how people would promote. It was just they would post it into the local Facebook group saying we're doing this thing, and um you still wouldn't find out. So we started OK Local, which is to kind of just help those wineries and businesses that are around tell everybody what's going on. So it was based a lot through Instagram and stuff like that too. But we also built a list and can message customers. Um, what was I going to say? The promotion system is great for events. If that winery is doing music and live events and stuff like that and bringing people in, it's a fantastic way to get the message out. You don't have to even do coupons, you don't have to do promotions and stuff like that. You can literally
Hmm.
just use it as like a digital flyer to get those messages out to those customers because it's an easy way to create those like digital blog posts and get that out to their entire list really quickly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I think that's great. Like I was just showing you there the events one here. You can do almost the exact same thing for the wineries there too, and then helping them. Yeah, just help them reach out to their list, get more reviews too. And then I like the idea about the AI sommelier. How are you envisioning that working?
Basically, you just because each winery has their own brand and their own
Yeah.
flavor profiles and everything. So just load everything into a knowledge base, and then people will say, okay, I'm having, I'm having fish and potatoes and broccoli for dinner. What
Yeah.
goes well with it? And it'll give them some recommendations and that type of stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder
But
how
like I
much
said, we've
I
been
wonder how
focused
much
more
they'd
on the AI
actually.
side and want to get back more to the grassroots selling of this stuff as well.
Yeah, I think it's just like I think it all ties in together really well. Like some of our bigger customers that we work with, we do all of it, right? We do
Hmm.
Facebook ads, we help them with reviews. We've got AI chatbots set up. We've got inbound calling with AI assistants and all that kind of stuff um, set up for them. And then we're doing Google ads and Facebook ads and
Okay.
those things as well. So um, that it all ties in together. It's just when you're out doing sales, it's kind of like the foot in the door. What is your offer? Getting that kind of thing set up, figuring that out, and then going out and and talking with them. And what I found is it really doesn't have to be. Sometimes we want to overcomplicate things,
Yeah.
you know. And what it was Chris and his wife out of the States, and very similar to what we're doing is just going out and talking to businesses. And they found, like a lot of other people too, is if we start off talking about reviews, it's something that the business already knows. They don't have to like get their mind wrapped around it. They know that they need it and they know that they're not doing anything. And if we have a better way of doing it, perfect, because high level lets us do, with our system that captures the contact, gets the review, then you can upsell them to bring them in, have auto replies, the review gallery on their website. And then we had video testimonials, but I think High Level is just releasing video testimonials as well, which is a whole other avenue that we can add in too that makes it a little bit more simple. And then that leads all into the promotions. And now we've got a way to capture those leads and then a way to advertise those leads really, really easily.
Oh, cool.
Ray, you got your hand raised.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
are
yeah. No,
things going over there?
I know we touched on this a little bit, and I liked what I saw. Um, what's the actual status with it? Like, are we still in test mode? Like,
I went through
how
all
do
the
I get
stuff
in?
yesterday or last week, and I think it's all working fine now. I had to update. It had nothing to do with like the QR code side of things. I had to update our OAuth. And what happened with that is I think when you signed up, it was in the very beginning when
Yeah,
you
yeah, my system.
authorized.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
right. I
And then
think
then it didn't get touched for a year. And then
right.
I think when the system went to go use the old authorization token that we had in our system, it was like over a year old. And it wasn't working. High level was just returning an error message. So the system at that point didn't have a way to be like, what do we do? So then I added in just error handling in there that basically said, if we get this message back, then we're going to reestablish the whole connection using your agency. And then that worked perfectly. And as soon as I ran that, then your contacts went in and everything. Also, the other thing, when we were talking last week, we were we were going through the your one sub account, which was your um
Yeah, that was my V Cloud
the
9.
the main one, but you
Yeah,
have a duplicate sub account,
yeah, yeah. I
and
did.
the contact was the again, the sub account that you had tied into our backend, it said your main account,
Right, but it
but it
was
was
going
actually tied to your duplicate account.
right, right. Yeah. You know,
So,
I
so I
logged
just
on.
changed the name in our system to kind of reflect that. So when I
Mhm.
went and tested everything, everything went into the duplicate account without a problem.
All right. But it's going into the regular one now too if I use that, right?
You would have to set up, I didn't change it in
Okay.
there, but it would have to be added to you have the QR code list that you generated was in that sub account.
Right.
So,
We don't
uh,
have to troubleshoot that now because I'm
yeah,
not
no,
doing it.
it's just so when you created the, let's just, I'm going to take a quick look here. If you don't mind, can I
Uh,
jump into your account here and just show you for a second?
But overall, I mean, is the I saw the screen that you did now, and it is that how it's flowing now? Did you is that live the way that
Yep,
it's going to activate the card?
yep.
Okay.
Let me look here. Yep. So when you scan your thing, it's going to create a business name. Let's just go. I think this might be in my account. Big studios. Say card ID 939. Let's add that in. Jason plus test.
Is there going to be a custom field or whatever that has the card ID on it too?
Yeah, right here.
Right. Okay. So that's going to
And
go
then
to
I
ours.
added in your sub account.
Mhm.
I added in um I'm pretty sure I added in the custom fields. So the two custom fields need to be added in for the review card ID,
Right.
and that might be it. The review card ID, and then I think there's one for this one and one for this one, just saying that they did
Awesome.
it. So I'm going to go continue the QR code setup, select the review locations. Let's just do this one. It automatically puts it in here, or you can look up the business. Uh, or you can select the business and get the review link there. I'm going to hit complete step. So that's been initialized. If we go here and hit refresh, this has been just updated right now. That's the one that we just did. And I will go into, I think this is restaurant. Yeah.
This is awesome, man. So I think once we get all this whole process, down, we
Yeah.
should
So
be.
here's the contact that I just made right here. So that all goes in and it's labeled as new client.
Wow.
So there, so if you're out, you can go just scan the QR code. After you have those cards created, you can scan that QR code or tap the NFC card. It's going to bring you over to the initialization. You go through that process. It will add the contact into here as a new client, so you can trigger any workflows that you want off of that. And then you can hand them that card, and now that card is going to, every time that they scan that card, every time I scan this one, anyways, it's going to take me to that review page
Right.
there. And so in when you're initializing theirs, you would go and search for the business as the free one. But
Mhm.
you can, after you upgrade them from the free one to your other paid account, and if you want to use the Google capture system, that kind of thing, you can go into that card 939 because you now know that it's in that person's account. So if we go here, I don't know if I added the custom field into this one. Um, I didn't add the custom field into our sub account, but I'll go and do that. And that's the only thing that needs to be added in when you set up the sub account. So you would set up this QR code system in your marketing sub account, right? Because that's in your main marketing sub account.
Right.
So for
Right.
you, it would be under vCloud 9 kind of
Right.
thing. But if we're in here. So when you initially set it up, it was under vCloud 9 duplicate. So
Right.
that's where your QR codes all are. So
Would have to set
when we,
mine up, my
you would
new
have
and up.
to, yeah, you'd have to add vCloud 9,
Okay.
the actual
Okay.
we could just do that right now to just go vCloud 9 and then add that one here. So then you have vCloud 9. And then if you create any QR codes in here, that'll be attributed to your main marketing account rather than this duplicate one.
Okay. Now I would ask, I mean, what's involved? So let's say we, a customer converts to a paid account and we want to move their card over. and
Don't
manage.
I would just leave their card in your main marketing account because you're going to handle that, right?
Right, right. And
Because
then we'll just give them a new card for their system, right?
yeah,
Or
so if you want to add in other cards, like you you probably wouldn't though, because inside of here, so if you're going to do like a bulk list of cards and you have them all printed, they're all inside your main marketing account.
right.
So it's just you would go, okay, well, we're going to give them these five other cards. And that's still going to just be from your main marketing account because that's where
Right.
you originally programmed them and you originally created them. And that's where you have those 500 cards and that's where you manage them because there's no reason for them to probably go and manage their own cards afterwards.
Well, let's just say if they convert, you know, one of the benefits for them converting is that we'll create them yeah, and this is just me because I have a
Hmm.
card and everything else. I'll create them a custom card and several cards, right?
Yeah,
And I'll assign them to different servers because that's the whole
sure.
thing. So this, and I'll have the card
Okay.
IDs printed on them.
Well, then that's
So
fine
I would
because
just
you have
start
the
fresh.
card printer. You can go and
I just start fresh. And
you just add their sub account in here
yep,
for the new sub account, and
yep,
then you could go into manage QR codes, and then you don't have to do the bulk. You could do bulk and then create them five new cards or something. That'll still
right,
give you the spreadsheet. That'll still give you the spreadsheet with the card IDs
right,
for all them, and then you would just program those cards using that list.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
like for a restaurant, I would do them manually. Like in a restaurant, if they're be coming on, they'll, they'll get 4 or 5 cards, right? Depending on how many
yeah.
they want, right?
Yeah, and then
Um,
you could just print those internally. So you would just know which cards are whether you have that in a spreadsheet or you just when you create one of these QR codes, let's go here. When you go and do the bulk NFC stuff thing here, you can change this file name. So this is what I was talking about before is come in here and you can change this file name to be like restaurant
yeah, but
uh,
you can't change it until after the QR code's generated.
right. So you
That.
want to create that QR code.
Yeah, I did.
And
I
then you
did
can
that. I
change it to
changed them.
restaurant name one,
I changed
restaurant.
them before I programmed them, and then it breaks it. It doesn't work.
Okay. I'll have to
Yeah.
take a look at that. So like if
Yeah,
I
like if you
change,
change that right there,
yeah.
change that top one, you change that, the link won't work.
Okay, let me check. Submit. Oh, URL. Oh, they want a URL for it right now too. So then when you do that, that's going to be initialize it. Yeah. So you want to do it as you're doing it
Yeah,
because we
you
can't you
change it
can't
after.
submit the form without giving it a new redirect URL.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I did that a couple of times, and I was like, "Why isn't it working?" I did it on a demo, and then I figured it out as I went. So
Oh, okay, yeah. So afterwards, yeah, after the card's initialized, then you can change the name.
and that
So,
makes sense.
so Jason, these cards are they when you do a bulk bunch of cards for the Google reviews, do
Yeah.
you just have like a generic Google review on one side and the QR code on the other side if you're not doing
Yeah.
custom cards?
So like we were talking about this, I actually haven't ordered anybody. I keep saying that I'm going to do it, but I haven't just done it yet. It's like if you just go to like say we go to Alibaba or something like that, Google review NFC card. They have a lot of templates and everything already. Like say for example, right here, it's a few cents uh per card to order them, but they're all like this. So they have the tap powered by Google on one side, or you can put your logo on there, review us on Google, and then you have the QR code on the back. You can also get them you can give them a customized template for it. And then when you do that, get them to print the card ID on there as well. So if we open up this spreadsheet, when you do a bulk export from our system with cards, this one's just simple because it's just got two. I only have two in here, but it's got the card ID and then it's got the redirect link. So this is where the link is. These are the only two things that matter. This is what's going to be programmed on the card for the NFC tap and the QR code. And then this is just the ID so that you know which card that is, which link is each one is linked up to, kind of thing. So if you get them to print this and get them to put,
So does each one have a custom QR code on it?
yeah, so each one is going to have its own QR code
Okay.
on it, and they'll generate that QR code when they print it. You don't have to send them. You don't have to send them the QR code.
Oh, so they'll just send us back all
You
of
just need to send them where do I want this card pointed to, and then they'll send that to you, and they'll program that and then give you the cards as well.
Okay.
And then yeah, so that's it. So then they can tap it. You can put your own logo on there, like again, like the idea of the powered by the name of your business on there, and then somewhere on here have them do the. I'll do up a template for it. I'm just gonna go and do one. I have one. I think I have one locally here, and then have the number of the card ID on there with the QR code, and then that way you know when you pull a card out of your stack, you know which card you're programming, and then when you go into our system, you can see which card it is
Yeah.
that you're coding.
Yeah, this just gave me an idea with all that white space there. Um, I could probably print like a custom logo, like run it through as it's printed like that. I
Yeah.
got to try it out and just like put the restaurant logo on there somewhere to give
Yeah.
them some personality. That would be cool.
Yeah, you could put theirs on there, or I like the
Yeah.
idea of even putting yours on there too,
Yeah,
so they
like I was gonna put like a little thing in it to order more cards, blah blah blah, in small print so that they have it and they can order more cards. They go to a website and order more
yeah.
cards. Because the first one's free, and then if they want to stay on a dumb card program, we'll sell them the cards for $20 a piece or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've seen people selling them for 25 to 30 bucks a piece
yeah,
per
that's what
card.
money.
But the upsell to them is like, okay, you got this now, but now we can bring every review into the CRM. We can have AI auto reply to every review, say thank you for that review. We can trigger them with promotions. I'm working on another system so that every time you tap that card and it uses the Google review link that we have, um, it it's going to capture that. It captures that person, but then aligns them with reviews on our side as well. So then we can actually confirm that they left a review.
Yep.
So that's the next step. I got a couple things to work
Yeah,
on
that,
there,
that
but
would be really cool. Nobody could do that right now.
yeah, I think because we're using the Google Tap
Right.
to capture that name, we're going to have a copy of that name on our server and in high level. And then when that customer comes in, or Google sends over, hey, this person left you a review, it just has their
Right.
first name and last name. But if we
Right.
cross-reference first name, last name with the tag, GMB review that we got from our system, we know it's that person, right? They're gonna have like 99.9% chance it's gonna be
Right.
that person. With the likelihood of, we can even check to see when was the latest one from that
Then you
person
can
with
mark
that
them
name.
as already reviewed us, so you don't have to hassle them with, review us again. You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, if it's a manual thing and you're in the restaurant and you're asking people to leave a review, they can do it or not, or say that they already left a review or whatever. But you can tie so many automations off of it as well.
Awesome. So that's live right now, huh?
The only thing that's not, I haven't finished the search. I think I've got it mostly done. Um, it's been a couple weeks since I worked on that particular piece, but I think it's mostly done. Um, I just have to confirm it
Hmm.
here. So, yeah, Anthony, how's it going?
Hey Jason, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
Good to hear. I've been back and forth with this high level thing. I've been trying to focus on my flooring business, now jumping back into the high level again. And I've been doing this
Yeah,
for what, two years now, maybe 3 years, back and forth.
you just you just keep making progress, moving forward a little bit at a time.
I know. I like this new thing that you got here. It's very interesting. How would you is there any way to tie in Facebook reviews also to this? Let's say, people came to the restaurant, they already left them a review. Are they able to tap and leave is there any way for the software to know that they already left a Google review and to show them a Facebook review link?
Not right now.
Okay,
No, that's an interesting idea though. Um, to see that if they left us a Google review. If
You could do it through a workflow or somehow, right?
well,
I
if
mean,
you wanted, like, let's say for example, did the 5-star reviews thing and tapped this thing here, or like did the 5 stars review thing, and then have the system check, did they leave us a Google review already? If they didn't, leave us a Facebook. I would have to, we haven't got that far, but
yeah,
it would have to be like, um if we wanted to capture their information like we do with the Google review one, we would have to do like a Facebook sign on using Facebook kind of thing.
right,
And then it would take us over there because that's what we're doing is trying to capture that information, making it as minimal steps as possible
yeah,
for the customer. So, um, not right now. There isn't a way for us to differentiate between the Google review and the Facebook review using that specific card, that format. Now, our normal review system, you can pick, whether they want to go Google or Facebook or whatever. But
right.
using this one, there isn't a way.
Got it. And then are you Um, so you give them a month free, a couple of weeks free. After that, is it pay as they go? Like you're charging per review or a monthly fee? What's better off?
Um, I think just a monthly fee. Just a monthly fee if they're going to use like the AI system to auto respond to the reviews, then you would charge them a monthly fee to sign up. I don't know if I would do per review because the per review really goes to how much are they going to use the card
Right.
kind of thing.
Got
And
it.
the free one is just lets them go. They can do, it's not tied into high level in any way. What we're just doing now is just giving them a way to get more reviews. You still have to, like, it's with everything, it's like still training your client to go and use that system, right? I always say it's helping your client build a new habit of something that they haven't done before, right? Everyone, like, so you're disrupting how that they already do their system. So it's a bit of training for the staff of how are we going to actually use these NFC cards to get more reviews and then actually getting them to use them, right? So, we should come up with a way to do like an initial contest for the staff. Maybe we can rule that out once we get the staff thing finalized. Right now, you can create staff, you can add staff. I've got a staff reporting page, but I need to review that one again too. It's like reviews are getting in we agency stuff. Agency life has been getting in the way of some of the development. So and then I am on this jersey committee for new lacrosse jerseys, and they are messaging every like 20 seconds here. And I'm going to see if I can snooze those notifications because I'm not doing much with that right now. Okay. So, oh, I just said snooze them. Nope. Now it's doing it more. Oh, maybe I did Messenger. All right, there we go. Okay, all right. Hopefully that's good. Yeah. So there isn't a way to do Facebook with the tap cards yet. I mean, you can. You would have to manually do it. You can manually take a Facebook review URL and put it into the slot on the final URL in the NFC card. or the QR code, you could totally do that. Like you could put that in here, their Facebook review link. There just isn't a way to say, hey, did they leave a Google review? If they did, then leave a Facebook review.
Got it. Got it. And what do you think monthly we should be charging for this? $300?
Yeah, like I would say minimum 200. And like especially once you start getting into like I come on. I I did just what was I gonna say? Yeah, I would say minimum 200 for sure.
Okay.
Just and then you're doing the AI automated reviews, and then you can upsell them too for like if we're doing promotions and we're helping customers do promotions, because I like the done with them stuff, just so that we make sure that stuff gets done.
Yeah.
Because I found if you just leave it in their hands, then they're really slow. They could be slow to adopt unless they're excited about it, but it gets in the way, right? It's like people buy courses and then they buy courses and then they don't ever use them,
Yeah.
right? So we want them to use it. We want them to use the system because the more they use the system, the faster they use the system, the more we reduce churn from those customers. So the more that we can get them to use the NFC cards to get more reviews and integrate that into their flow of how they do things, the better it is. So especially during that first month. And then with promotions, again, if we can work with them, it only takes us maybe an hour of work to create those promotions for the month, but talk to them, create those promotions, get them synced up so that they're just going to send out every month for them. And then you don't have to worry about whether they're going to do it or not, right? Because if they're not doing it, then they're going to be like, why am I paying for this thing? And you're like, well, you haven't been using it. And you're like, well, I don't want to pay for it then. But if it takes you an hour, not even that,
Yeah.
to create a couple graphics, put them in the system and schedule them for the next 4 weeks,
Yeah.
it's worth the $500 a month they're going to pay you for it.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Fair enough. And then one more thing I forgot. Okay. That sounds, oh, do you have is there a YouTube video or training on this particular
I'm
module?
gonna put one together because we've been kind of piecing things together on all
Okay.
of it. And I know through all these videos in here, we've gone through it over and over again, but I haven't put an official training out for it yet. So I will I'm gonna take a look. My goal for this week, let's get the staff thing finished up. It's and so that you can add and manage staff in there, and then I'll do a video on how to go about the whole thing. And I will also go to Alibaba and wade through the 1,000 messages I have there and order some cards there too, just to document that process as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
cool.
find a good Alibaba supplier, send me a link or
Yeah, I'm
send.
just gonna find somebody that has good reviews on here that have been around for a while, right? They all look it's a pretty simple thing for them to do. So let's just find somebody who has a number of really good reviews and then chat with them.
Another cool thing could be, Chase, if you could get your hands on is some different templates, right? Some like Canva template,
Hmm. Yeah, that
cool,
shouldn't be a problem at all.
you know.
Put those together.
Jason, I think also what would help also is if you could create maybe like a 30-second white label video with no image or anything, just explaining the process. This way we can leave it with, if the owner of the business is not there, we can leave that with the hostess or whoever is there, and they could pass it on.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
I think that would be a huge help also.
All right. Yeah, I can look at
Beautiful.
doing that too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Um, yeah, okay, cool. Well, does anybody else have any more questions for today? I'll put that on my list of getting the last piece, which I think is the staff one. We want to get that on there so that we can track staff because I think that's going to be a great way to get adoption rolling too, especially when you upgrade them to the next level and say, hey, we've got these review cards that everyone can use and it'll be tied into the 5-star reviews tap thing. Um I don't know if we have other staff. I think there's one more thing that I might have to do. Because Ray, you were talking about just like emailing or mailing out cards.
Yeah.
The only thing we want to change with that on the initialization is we don't want them to select from sub accounts
Yeah, the drop down.
in our
Yeah.
end. So, I'll take a look at that and fix those couple of things, finalize those things, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the week here, we can it could be all live and ready to go. It's live right now. There's a couple little things like the only difference is with what we have there is it's more internal. If you want to print out 500 cards and mail them out to 500 businesses and have them initialize their own card, then I've got to do a little change on our back end for that to
Right.
happen. But otherwise, internally, it's all there if you have someone walking around, going into businesses and chatting with people.
Yep. All right. All
Okay,
right, man.
cool.
Great progress, man. So glad yeah, you work fast, man. I'll tell you, I appreciate it.
I,
This is gonna be this is gonna be good.
I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming around and keep moving me forward. That's what I need. A good kick in the pants sometimes. So got to keep going. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, hit me up on the Slack channel or send me a message on Facebook or email or whatever.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Jason.